In this video, we'll outline how Visual Lifecycle can support your end users by going through a simple case process. The scenario will contain a customer, a central dispatcher, and several first-level supporters. A customer contacts the dispatcher to report his issue. After the dispatcher created a case in Salesforce, a first-level supporter takes over the case. This demo starts from the dispatcher's point of view. When a customer calls the central dispatcher and reports his or her issue, the dispatcher creates a new case. As you can see, the user interface looks just like the standard Salesforce UI, except it looks much leaner and straightforward to use. It only shows fields that are relevant to the dispatcher right now. The dispatcher now creates a case. Probably the first thing to notice on the case detail view is the process guide. The process guide's main purpose is to show the user where exactly in the process he currently is and what his possible next steps are. In this case, the process is in the state new case, and there is only one possible action: forward to first level support. The box necessary tasks in this process step allows you to display information to your user about things that are relevant in the current process state. Each state can display a different text. Notice that the current dispatcher user can still edit and delete the case. The list of fields that are displayed in the detail view also looks just like stock Salesforce does. The difference is, again, that it's much leaner and focused on the information that is currently relevant. Any unnecessary field is not shown in this process state. The current case owner is the dispatcher user. The fields status and department have been set automatically. Now that all information is added to the case, the dispatcher can forward the case to first level. Now the case advanced in the process. The process guide reflects this change by displaying the previous state, new state, and the current state, first level queue. Now the dispatcher is no longer responsible for the case. He can no longer modify or delete the case. Additionally, case ownership got transferred from the current dispatcher user to first level queue. In this scenario, that's a standard Salesforce queue. The fields status and department have been automatically updated again. Now the first level support takes over. Now we are logged in as a first level supporter. In the first level queue, the user can now see the case the dispatcher just created. In the case detail view, the process guide immediately shows that the current first level support user can move the case forward. While the dispatcher was not able to invoke any actions at this point, the first level support user can accept the case and thereby put it into state first level working. Notice that the content of the box necessary tasks in this process step has changed. Currently, the case still belongs to the first level queue. The user cannot do anything with this case besides accepting it. Now the current user accepted the case. Several things just happened. The current user is now able to modify the case again. Case ownership was transferred to the current user. Status and department were updated. A task, check solution with customer, was automatically created. Let's assume the support user called the customer back to clarify his problem a little more. He can now edit the case and include the additional information. Notice the new field analysis. It was not visible to the dispatcher before because there was no need for him to see this field. Since it's part of the first level supporter's job to analyze and resolve the issue, he, however, is required to fill that field. After clarification, it's clear that the customer does not have a question but an actual problem. He does not have access to the network printers. Now you suddenly have another action available. The action forward to second level support became available because the supporter modified the case from a mere question to an actual problem. The feature of making action availability dependent on data and context is called conditional actions. Conditional actions can be set up for a variety of scenarios. In the box Necessary Tasks, it states that the supporter needs to verify his case resolution with the customer before a case can be closed. As previously mentioned, a task has been created when the supporter accepted the case. After the supporter called the customer and verified his solution, he can close the task and indicate that all necessary work has been done. Notice how upon task completion, the action Resolve case becomes available. This is another example of how to use conditional actions. Before the case is closed, however, the supporter needs to provide some additional information that became relevant now: case reason and resolution. Now the case is closed. There is no next state available in the process guide. Additionally, the supporter cannot edit or delete the case anymore. This concludes the video about the exemplary case process. The focus in this video was on these 5 points. For more details or general information, visit our website at www.visuallifecycle.net.